I needed a band. After years of uploading drum covers to YouTube and earning a few thousand views, I needed something new. Each snare hit, cymbal crash, and bass kick didn't mean nearly as much if I was just imitating. I had to create. It had to be my own. Nothing seemed to work out with my friends, so I headed to Craigslist. On the 9th page of results, a listing read, "Looking for a drummer to round out a rockin' trio." Thoughts of the Police, Rush, and Nirvana swirled around in my head. I sent them a few of my YouTube videos, and they called me in to try out. I drove an hour up to Evanston, Illinois, to a one-bedroom house that doubled as their rehearsal space. Chris, the guitar player, greeted me at the front door. The walls were covered with posters, B-rate horror movies, and a giant canvas splattered with paint hung from the ceiling. A little rat terrier named Pogo trotted out from the bedroom. It felt like a fun house in there. Ryan, the bass player, quickly corrected me. It was the spook house. It was time to run through the few songs that they had me learn. Chris's angsty voice and simple guitar riffs reminded me of Kurt Cobain. Ryan's bass lines just rolled along. I just tried to hit my drums as hard as I could and tried not to get in the way. It was perfect. It was Nirvana. In fact, I kind of felt like Nirvana. My rock and roll dream came true. I was officially the drummer for the Earth program. We played around Chicago. The Empty Bottle, Subterranean, Double Door, The Elbow Room. The list goes on and on. These were the places that my idols had played years before me. Naked Raygun, Smashing Pumpkins, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Foo Fighters. I was playing my drums on sacred ground. It was humbling to think that they too once looked out at the same crowd of disinterested 20-somethings who came just for the beer. But one night, my bass player broke the news to me that he was looking to relocate to South Carolina. It got me thinking that maybe I should look to make a change too. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life right out of community college. That's why I joined a band. But with Ryan making a change, I had recalled all of my previous trips to Pittsburgh and looked at Duquesne. I made my decision. It was time to go back to school. I had told Ryan about my decision via text messages a few days before rehearsal. Chris, I had to think about that one. Our last show was an emotional one. We hosted it at the Spook House with all of our friends and family. We played our entire discography from front to back and then some. Drenched in sweat and even with some blood on my hands, we approached the final hit of the last song. Chris gave me a nod before lifting his old rickety acoustic guitar over his head. He had talked about smashing his old one forever, and he finally had the chance. As it struck the ground, I looked straight into that little rat terrier's eyes. He was terrified. Never before have I seen a dog so strongly question the actions of his owner. The pieces flew everywhere as the crowd shielded their eyes. When that guitar hit the ground, the Earth program was over. Ryan is in South Carolina. Chris is still up in Evanston. Now, I'm finally here. I may not have been famous, I may not still be the rockin' drummer in the Earth program, but at least when I'm old and relaxing in my rocking chair, I can look at my grandkids and say, you know, I was cool once.